Hi guys, this is my last round game from the Hinckley Open, and I just won the last three in a row. So now I had a really hard draw against Ghasi, who's an IM, and rated 24-18, and he was playing white against me. So he played knight f3. So like Isaac Kraft played against me in my round 5 game. So I've tried d6 again, and after d4, f5, knight c3, knight f6, knight bishop g5, and then knight c6. And I was sort of blitzing up moves here, just playing intuitively, and yeah, I just wanted to try a couple of new things. And I was bishop takes f6, he takes f6, d5, knight e5. It's sort of like one of the old Indian lines. e3, c5, knight d2, a6. So I'm not going to play b5, a4, b6, f4, knight g4. And all of a sudden this pawn on e3 is really weak, and especially if I can play queen e7 or rook a7 and swing my rook over to e7. So you want knight c4, it's a good move, queen e7, queen d2, rook b8. So I'm trying to play b5 here. You want h3, I have to retreat, rook b1, and now g5. So I really, against IMs, you don't want to just sit back and let them just gradually grind you down. That's always the worst way to lose. And so I thought, you know, if I'm going to lose this game, I might as well have fun doing it. You know, just play whatever I want. Cause like this, you know, play g5 and just really make my opponent think, and you know, make him use as much time as possible, and you know, maybe even get a win or draw out of the position because of when you're attacking him, putting him under pressure. After g5, I'm threatening to take on f4. My opponent played bishop b2, bishop g7, b4, queen c7, takes, queen takes, c5, bishop, and now queen d4. So yeah, my opponent realises if I swap off queens here, my position is going to be pretty hard to defend both these pawns. So instead I decide to castle. Decide to castle. Now to queen takes c5, d takes c5, e wins a pawn on b6. I can play rook e8. So I'm a pawn down. My position isn't looking too great, but I am, you know, putting him under a lot of pressure. I'm just trying to keep an attack going. So now hitting on e3, knight to king f2, knight f7. I'm looking to bring my knight around into d6, and maybe even go bishop h6 here, put more pressure on f4. So he took on c8, I took on c8. I don't want to exchange pieces. You can take on a6, and now I'm starting to lose too many pawns now. Rook c d8, bishop b5, rook e7, bishop c6, knight d6, rook h d1, and now h5. So I want to try gain space on the king side with h5, and then I can play bishop h6, and now this f4 pawn is under a lot of pressure. Okay, so my opponent played h4, which is a nice move. If I take any of these pawns, I'm not going to get anything. If I play g4, the whole position is getting blocked up. So instead I'll play bishop h6 here, try to open more the position. But now to g3, white's king side is just holding here. The problem I had the whole of this game was these double pawns. I could never get rid of them. And yeah, I'm 2 pawns down at the moment. I do have a possibility of playing knight c4 at some point, put more pressure on e3. First I'll play king h7, and now rook b6. Took on h4, takes on h4, rook g8. So this is now my new idea, trying to get a rook to the g file and put pressure on the g file. Bishop b5. Now I'm back knight c8. He went rook e6, rook g7, bishop f1. So yeah, my opponent, he's a very strong player. He's also a very young IM, so he probably would have thought he'd become a GM pretty soon. And yeah, he's very good at defending. So I'm at rook g4, trying to win that h4 pawn. So I can take on h4, I might be able to get rook h2 check and get some checks, and he played d6, and already I'm in a lot of trouble now. This d6 pawn's really hard to stop. So now I just completely went for it. Bishop takes f4 check, takes rook takes f4 check, king e2, and already by this stage I know I was just losing. I just lost too many pawns in the opening, and these pawns really didn't help. My bishop on g7's been locked in all game, and yeah, I managed to get it into the game by sacrificing eventually. And here I just sacrificed on d6, trying to stop that pass pawn, and eventually I just resigned. And yeah, it was like last round of the tournament. I was happy that I won the last 3 games, and this game I played pretty quickly, and yeah, I didn't play very well at all. Played way too quickly, and yeah, I guess my crazy attacking didn't really work. I should have just played this position. So knight c6. This allows me to get double pawns here. Instead, I should just go back into my normal Dutch stuff of e6. And now, if e4, I can just take, knight takes, bishop e7. Ready to take on e4. Bishop takes, bishop d3. Castles, and you get these sort of positions, c5, and now knight c6, and if white ever tries to try win pawn here, in support of b4, you can just play e5 and get a really nice centre. This is very much like a French/Dutch line, so I should have played this way, and if he doesn't take on here, I can take on c5 and on d4 and get. And my opponent could end up with an isolated pawn on d4, and then I've got this typical manoeuvre of going bishop e8, bishop d7, bishop e8, bishop g6, or could move to h5 if this knight's not there, just to improve the placement of his bishop, or breaking up e5, and then put my bishop on g4. So yeah, this has been a much better way to play a position. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess in a little crazy mood, and I just went play some pretty aggressive moves, and yeah, it didn't work out. So but oh well, you know, at least I finished the tournament pretty good score. I managed to make up for all of. I lost to 2 IMs in the tournament. The first one in round 2. I was actually doing very well against him. I was a pawn up, and I felt I should have at least drawn that game. And any of the annoying points I lost was against a draw against the 1900, and I completely messed that up with white. But all in all, I just played the Terra final before this tournament and won that. I won a lot of money in that tournament, and this tournament went pretty well as well. I guess by this round I was pretty chest out of all these tournaments, and yeah, I know I was pretty happy with my performance. I gained some points, and yeah, it's always good to gain FIDE points, especially when it's hard to get FIDE points in England. It's not enough FIDE events. So yeah, that's the end of the Hinckley series. Please comment on what you thought about it and how I can improve. And I'll see you guys next time with new videos coming daily. So thanks for watching. See you next time.